Hey everybody, this is Samurachi, and today we're playing Escape the Strangler. It was requested, and if I remember, I'll put your name like right over here somewhere. But Escape the Strangler, it's another mic escape game. It's a comfortable setting, so it's on the more easier side of the difficulty. But we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. Welcome, Detective, your first real case on your own in its investigation. On your own is investigating the death of Theodore Marlowe. Rumor says the Strangler shot him and left clues behind after escaping. Find clues and figure out who the Strangler really is. So you do get a lot of these right here. I would pretty much, you could read them, but for the most part, they're just for the story. Stuff like this too. This is just for the story. It's nice, good story. Excuse me. But this one right here, Theodore had a bad habit of using his birthday as a combo lock. So we gotta figure out his birthday in order for us to get through here. Excuse me, guys. So the first thing is we got this Noirville, right? With this keypad, and in it we have this red triangle. Well, the red triangle is also on here, so they correlate with each other by being 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So 2 4 5 and 3. 1 2 3 4 5. It's a V. 1 2 3 I. And then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And then the other one was the E. So, vile. So now we know the month this guy was born. December. Then check the couch. Now we know what day it was. 2 4 6 7 7 7's 14. So it's the 14th. Now we got this key. Now be careful with these skip levels, because after you get these skip levels, right? Make sure you take pictures of. These pictures here. Take pictures of all of these that you see. And the reason for that is if you use those skip levels, you're gonna leave this information behind. But that's just a tip. I'll talk about it. I'll mention it again. So the second, we gotta get the 4 suspects who can be the Strangler, and we gotta file them in the correct spots. We got 1 2 3, and now we need number 4. Got those 3. There it is. Would have missed it 100 times. But anyways, now I gotta figure out what order they go in, right? And there's only So you can sit here and put one in front and then keep moving them around. Or if you look up, you got an EVMC, right? So E, V, M, and a C. And that unlocks this. And then we can clip this. Now, these cup handles, right, to this, but the order is over here. So we gotta get 1, which is this side. 2 is at the bottom, and it's a left. 3 is the center, and it's a left. 4 is a top right, and it's a left. 5, it's a right. And then 6, it's a right. Again, take these because you're going to need it for the end. Then we have to get into here. Now, it says here, this is actually the answer, 6975. But to get the answer, it's 6, 1. 2, it's 9. 7 and 5. So that's, I don't know why they have the pay answer thing right here, but it's right there, and that's how you solve it. I don't know why this is here. Maybe it was something that got glitched. I don't know. The answer's right there. So, clue number 2, right? We gotta make sure that we keep these clues. Take pictures of them, because you're gonna need them later. And you could talk to them. You can get really into the story and grill them, but it'll definitely help. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so this one, you're gonna take these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? Come over here, and you got the same configuration that's on that box, right? But now you gotta take it one more step. And here, they also have those same bottles, but there's only 6 of them. So this one's a nothing. This one, right, is the top right bottle. So we're gonna come on in here. Top right bottle. Then we got this one. Top middle. And then we got these 3 here. Bottom right. Napkins. So it's just bottom right. And then this one is bottom right, middle right. Yeah, bottom right, middle right. Bottom right, middle right. I missed something up. Let's try that again. So we got nothing. Top 2. Top 2. We got bottom. Yeah. Oh. I don't know why it went that time. But anyways, now we got the key. And we get in. And I would grab both of these and push them through the gates. Again, if you had to come back, get that skip level stuff, right? Make sure that you've taken pictures of them so you know what your clues are supposed to be. Here's that one right there. So now this is all the Evelyn's stuff, right? Next one is going to be these stepping stones. And it's broken, solid, solid, broken, solid, broken. So, broken, solid, solid. And broken, solid, broken. Gonna reach under there, get the axe. We're gonna go ahead and start at the far right and then work our way back this way. And why we're gonna do that is because these all go to the police station. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag them over there now. Okay, so we're gonna start with that one down there, and here's the code for it. So how this is like a number pad: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, right? So the first number is 3, 6, 7, 3, 3, 4. 5 and 9. Now that we're in here, this actually we're gonna leave it here. We'll come back for it. That's a warrant. We'll come back for the warrant. But we have this, and we gotta figure out the keys. Up, right, up. And figure out the keys for them. Circle is down. Triangle is right. Box is up. So it's going to be box, triangle, box, circle, triangle, circle. And now we got our gun, which is gonna go to the police station. Taking a lot of trips to the police station in this game. So now that we got that, come back here, and we got this puzzle. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So essentially, what you gotta do is take these 4 squares here and match it to those 4. And then gonna make these 2 bottom squares match those, right? So now we got those 2 bottom squares and those 2 squares. These 2 squares here, so it's gonna be this one, and And then this one has the 3. See? 3. So now you mix them all together and you got this. Now we got our knife. We got the gun. I'm gonna run both these to the police station. Excuse me, guys. Still sick. I'll get 100% eventually. Might as well run this over there while we're there. So, next we're gonna do is the cinema. So here's the key for the cinema. House is wizard. The things bulldog. Circle circle. Ace is ace. Or club, but you get it. So we got these movies and their times, right? So the circle is the first movie, it's the earliest movie. So the circle's 8. And then 5, 6, 7, bulldog. Bulldog is 2. Then we have ace of hearts. Sorry. So 5. Yeah, ace of hearts will be next. That's a 7. And then we have Wizard of Oz, 5, house. Then we come in here. We definitely give her a grilling, ask her 1,000 questions. We found a diary with entries. I swear it wasn't me. But here's our diary entries for Clara. We're going to go ahead and put them out here because we're going to go take that to the police station as well. Eventually. So, we got this one, and in order to get in there, it's red circle, black circle, black square, red square. On the circle, right, goes red and then black. Red is 9, black is 12. And then over here, it's going to be the opposite way, black then red, so 11, 4. Go ahead and take these and move them over here. Now we need to get the knife, and I have noticed that I have to wiggle, and it doesn't grab it every time, but I tried forever trying to get this knife. You gotta stand and kind of just wiggle around, and even stand and wiggling around it, I'll drop it. So be careful with that. That's a little challenge. That one doesn't cut. And now that we have this, we have 1, 3, 4, 2. These films go upstairs. This clue goes downstairs. This clue goes out this way. got this one. We got this one. Now, what order do they go in? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in a diamond shape. And which one's 1? Well, AB would be 1. CD would be 2. Right, yep. So take those two, swap them. There we go. So it's I can't even see him now. Anyways, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But I witnessed this. That's cool. It's a clue. Help you solve his murder. Now we got these evidence right here. And you take all this evidence over here. And it makes sense. I'll show you later why it makes sense. It's going to make the process easier. Don't forget your reporter evidence. Okay, I believe we've gotten everything out of there. Next one is going to be here. Now, pay attention to the final quartet in the sequence when communication is key, right? Well, over here, call me, call Marcus, right? Communication is key. I have to call somebody. And the final quartet, the final 4 quartet numbers. There you go. And then you got Marcus over here. Again, you can grill him. He'll tell you all kinds of fun stuff, like explain why you were fired and how you felt about that. But here he is at work. But anyways, he'll tell you all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, you know, it was a misunderstanding. Everyone's got a reason to kill this dude. But then we have Maria, and your clue ends up being this telephone, right? Now, M5. And then the A is a 1. This thing is called a rotary phone. You just have to sit here and, like, for instance, like a 480 number, you know, you go 4, and then you'd have to let it spin and catch. But anyways, we got an M, an A, the R, it's a 6, And then we got an I, which is a 3, so 6, 3, 1. Got some more clues. Gotta take these with us. Then we have this here: square, triangle, diamond, triangle, square, and diamond. The number that they want you to count is the number of matches. So this is 4, this is 6, that one's 5, and 3. So 3 matches, 5 matches, 6 matches. Then we got some more evidence here. Then we go take. Then we need this to open up the filing cabinet and get the fingerprint. Could have sworn there was one more clue in here, one more evidence-based thing, but I could be wrong. Again, we're going to take these real quick, take them over here. Now our next one is going to be this textile mail call, right? It's a mailbox. Now, here we have our mail route. So first it's Cypress Lane, and Cypress Lane's a 5. Then it's Hawthorne Boulevard. Since I'm already headed that way, we can take this with us. That's Meridian. And that's Hawthorne. So 4. So we got a 5, a 4, or was it 7? Nope, it was a 5. So 5, 4. Staple was a 2. No, 7. And then Meridian was a 2. So 7, 2. Get our key. We can open up the garage. Some more story. Then we got these 2 pieces of paper here. No, this is he who is not with me is against me, and he who does not blank blank blank, right? 30. These are Bible verses. Seek me, will turn to find me, and blah blah blah. You know, math for you. Anyways, this was 12.30, right? This is missing the beginning, this is missing the end. So 12:30 is the answer. Now that we got that, we got some more story. we got these three numbers. And then if you look down, you got a 2, a 7, and a 5. Now we got the jug of poison. I guess there's no clues in here. I feel like I'm missing one. Now the next place we gotta get into is Mr. Harrow's residence. A warrant is required, right? So now we gotta go get that warrant. And here it is. So this allows us entry because it's a warrant and we're a detective. Then this one from door out, you have to spell a word. And that's U is going to be this. This is an L, so it represents top left. This is a middle section with a line through it. So a middle section with the line through it. This is an N. And then this is a square with a line. So it is white. Then you talk to Victor, ask him 1,000 questions if you want. But we do have a clue here. I'll leave that out here. And then for this one, we're going to go ahead and remove. And now we have to get this, and that corresponds to this, to the books. So before we get that one finished, I'm going to do this one first. And this is just simple math. You have to subtract it from here to get the answer here. So you would need the line here and the line across to make the complete. There's this one. You only need that side. You only need a dash. Just like the first one. Dash. Dash. And we got this. And we got these books. Now, these books, as you imagine, go on the bookshelf. Now, if you notice, it's backwards, which means when you put it back up here, it too would be backwards. So 3rd edition goes in the 2nd slot. 7th edition is the one missing, right? So it goes the 2nd to last. 4th is last. Ninth is first. So we gotta get the 3 to move over. And all we're missing is 6. now that we're up here, we got this, but we have to figure out how to get into here. And it's a 8-digit code. Well, solar planets is our clue, so we're gonna go ahead and use that real quick. Give me a second, I'm gonna close this door real quick. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab these real quick. We're gonna run them across. Then we're gonna go finish that puzzle. So that puzzle was 8 planets, right? But we gotta figure out their order. Now their order is this right here. And it's gonna be by planet's density. Or heaviest. I guess it's weight. But anyways, Jupiter, 2, 4, 5th planet. And then Saturn is the 6th planet. Neptune is the 8th planet. Uranus, or Uranus, depending on how you want to pronounce it, is 2, 4, 6, 7. Earth is the 3rd rock from the sun. Venus is 2nd. Mars is 4th. And then Mercury is the 1st. And now we got the gloves. Now we have pretty much all the evidence and all of our witness cards. In order to get to the police station, we need our clue here. And in the killer's cipher, each letter must be transferred 3 back. So, we take 3 back from F, right? So, A, B, C, D, E, F. And you go backwards 3, we get a C. And then the D becomes a A. And the H becomes an E. The V becomes an S, I believe. Let me double check. Three back from V.
3 from 5.
3 back from the letter V.
The letter 3 positions before V in the alphabet is south.
Sometimes it doesn't want to do what we want it to do. Q, R, S, T. Okay. So it's C. Gotta start over. C, A, E, R, no, A, R, 2, 4, 6, 2. C A E S A R. Sorry, I just had to go through the letters in my head real quick. But then we're over here, we got these little newspapers. And then they go on here, and then we got to figure out their order. Now, the key to this is right here. So the first one happened in November. And so November 9th, the victim was found in an alleyway. So here's the victim in the alleyway. And the second one happened in January, and he was found in his home. And then the third one happened in June. He died in his office, which can only leave the last one to be a car. This one right here is the monthly code change. The safe in front is now DB. Make sure the fellas know. So what does that mean? Here's the safe, right? And it's now DB. Well, if we come in here, we have a reading the hexadecimal code after the number 9 instead of the number 10 and furthest from A through F, right? So A is 10, F is 15, right? So if A is 10, B would be 11. And then, so we got B for 11. So we know the last two are 11. B, C, D. Then we got this M, right? Now, this M, I got super confused. This M, right, unlocks this. But I could have sworn that it should have gone to this, and I'm assuming that's because it was reused. The M here doesn't unlock it. But in the other one I played, the first one, it does unlock. So I thought that was cool. So now we have all of our pieces we need to go put in. And we got the reporter's notes, the gloves, the poison and the knife, Now if you guys end up reading the story, find out that it's pretty messed up. Dude was poisoned and he was shot. Poison killed him, but they just had to give him the old stab. Now this is when it's time to guess the murderer, and how you would do it is you would take, for instance, whoever your suspect is, A, and then you'd put the other 4 things on the board, right? The first and all 4 place cards that connect that person to it, right? So there's gonna be 3 other. So whatever you think it was. So if it's Claire's, and then you're gonna do them in alphabetical order. So let's say it was R, H, and I. Well, H, I, and then R. That'd be alphabetized. and then you would submit it like that, and that's how you would submit your answer. Now, in order to fill that, the best thing you can do is take all these cards, right? And that's why you're going to need to take pictures of these cards if you skip through everything, because you need to take these and fill in the blanks. Now, witness recalls seeing Claire arguing with one of the victims shortly. So just look for it. Witness. Right there. Recall seeing her arguing with one of the victims. And then, bam, that's her R. And then this one is fibers from a unique cloth, and S. So when you go to hit Claire's, you know R and S would be a part of hers. And then you would pretty much do that with this whole board. Find all the pieces, bring them to this board. Legal papers show Evelyn as a beneficiary, right? And then Victor's company is on the verge of bankruptcy. Right here. But long story short, the other reason you need to make sure that you take pictures is because the person who ends up being the person who it is ends up, all of their cards are in the beginning. I'll show you that, like it took me extra long because the first time I did the first half, and then I was like, oh, I'll do all these another day. When I did all these, I couldn't figure out where the last cards were, and then it dawned on me that it's because that person is in the beginning. And luckily I took pictures of everything so I could figure out what goes where. Looks like I'm missing one. Okay, so once you got all of them, right? And it looks like I'm missing one of the puzzle pieces. Could be around here somewhere. Honestly, don't know where that one is right now, but we don't need it. Now that we got all of our puzzle pieces, right? If we come to the evidence, the overheard suspect is often one of the beneficiaries, right? Legal papers show that she's the beneficiary. And that's when it dawned on me. It's like, oh man, that's her, but I didn't have any of the cards with her name on it. So I was like, shit. So now we know it's B, right, for Evelyn. And then legal papers, poison. We have the alibi, and we got so JKW. And that's it. And it's still going. But anyways, that's how we do and complete the escape game. Let me know which room you guys want me to do next.